Welcome all my home shoppers out there. Today we are in Cedar Park, Texas, in a community called Tanner Ranch by Ash Creek Homes. My name is Omar Pineda, your Austin realtor with eXp Realty, and just check out this beautiful community. What makes this community so special is that it's in Cedar Park. The location is so prime here because Cedar Park, there's not that much new construction happening in Cedar Park to begin with. And this is 10 acres. It used to be an old farm, an old horse farm that now they converted to these single family homes. But we'll see a little bit later, and you could really get an appreciation for this is when I'm flying my drone and you can see what the neighborhood outside of this community it looks like compared to the homes being built here. And you can really see just how spaced out these homes are, and they did that intentionally so people who live here don't feel like they have their neighbors so close to them, because we're talking about 0.2 acres, I believe, when it comes to these lot sizes. Now, this is a model home for this builder, and it's called the Daisy floor plan. So that's 3 beds, 2 baths, and it has a study. Most of their floor plans have this configuration. I believe there's 5 or 6 different floor plans that they have. They have the Allen, the Ambrosia, the Daisy, the Gracie, the Martin, the Allen. So I think it was 6 that I counted there. So they have 6 different floor plans, but all of them kind of have the same configuration as far as 3 beds, 2 baths, and a study. And this one, I confirmed with the sales rep, was 1,990 square feet. So not a big home, but you do get a big lot size. So a really nice size front yard. This is what the home office looks like. It's beautiful. Again, this model home is beautifully staged. The second home that I'm going to be touring is the same floor plan that I will link in the description. It's also called the Daisy, and that one is ready to move in today, and it's carrying this awesome incentive of $20,000 to help pay for some closing costs, help buy down that interest rate, or if you're an all cash buyer, you can just take that right off the top. It's very flexible on how you can use this incentive. But again, if you are going to use it for your financing, you have to get pre-approved with their lender. And these incentives do not last, right? And it's only tied to select inventory. So this incentive is specifically tied to the Daisy floor plan that's ready to move in now, that I will link in the description, right? It's the exact same of what we're looking at here, but this is just a model. The Daisy, the one that's ready to move in, is completely empty and it's not staged. So the incentives are not too shabby. And one thing I did want to point out was, oh yes, the Martin. The Martin is their largest floor plan, and they are almost done. And in a few weeks' time, they told me to come back so I can do some content around that, because we're talking about like 15 or 18 foot high ceilings, and it's just their largest floor plan. And I like how all the bedrooms are kind of like in each kind of corner of the house, so it's a lot of privacy. Now, here's one downside that I did see, and this is what's kind of the resistance for people that are checking out this community that don't pull the trigger, that their earnest deposit is non-refundable. So with this kind of price point, we're talking about tens of thousands of dollars for that earnest deposit that you could potentially lose if you don't abide by the terms of the contract. Now, that's what we have to protect, because if it's $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, you don't want to lose that. So a lot of buyers who are especially having to sell their home to use the proceeds of that to buy into this community, what they're doing is selling their home and making sure that they have plenty of time to do that, because the market's kind of crazy right now. We're definitely transitioning from a seller's market to a buyer's market. And once they get their home sold, that's when they'll go under contract in this community, not beforehand, right? Because again, once you sign the contract, now you're kind of under the clock and you have to abide by all the timelines of the terms. And it can be, you have a very short window to do your inspections and do your due diligence before you may lose that earnest deposit. So here's the backyard of the model home right there. This gated area that's black is the other floor plan that we're going to check out. That is the Daisy as well. So we're about to get some nice drone footage of this community, and that's when you're really going to be able to see just the difference in just lot sizes. This is a nice little covered patio, outdoor patio. So here we go. Okay, really quickly before we see that, this is what I liked about this community in Tanner Ranch. So all of their floor plans are 1 story, so no stairs. Lock and leave lifestyle. So the lawn maintenance is included in the front and back. That's why it kind of fetches that high HOA of $250. This is because the lawn care is provided for front and back, and you can see there's plenty. You have a nice sized front yard and backyard, and the water is also included in that. So lock and leave, meaning that you can literally lock your door and leave for a while, and the outside will be taken care of. That's the lock and leave lifestyle. The modern features, new construction warranty, and upgraded appliances. Again, this builder spared no expense when it came to their home upgrades. Okay, here I really want to pause so you can take a note here. So you can see here where this tree line is. That's what's separating Tanner Ranch from the rest of this subdivision, right? So you can just see how closely these houses are compared to Tanner Ranch, and they did that intentionally, right? That's what's it's fetching this a higher price tag, because they are priced in the high 600s, right? Some of their inventory is in the mid 700s, so definitely not a first-time home buyer entry-level house or spec home. These are very beautifully built homes, and they have a ton of space, so you don't feel very close to your neighbors. So here we're gonna do. I was able to fly my drone around the lot here, so you can really get a feel of like what they still have left to build and what's currently under construction, right? So they're wrapping up their phase 1. They're underway with phase 2. And one thing to also note is that there's so many mature trees that they were able to keep without having to demolish everything. Now, one thing about new construction is that you usually get new trees, right? And then you're going to have to wait 10, 20 years to benefit to see the mature trees. And in this community, you could see that they were able to keep some. And if you buy a plot that has mature trees, you're going to be able to benefit that right away. So that was a huge plus here. And again, remember, this is just 10 acres. That's it. So not a lot of homes here. To be able to find new construction in Cedar Park, Texas is really rare, especially in a community like this that, you have a huge lot size. You have a home that doesn't take a lot of upkeep, and you're moving to a home brand new, so you get that builder's warranty. And they were very thoughtful and intentional about their finishes, their floor plan design, especially including a home office for most of their floor plans, if not all of them. And they have this $20,000 incentive that it can really help with the interest rate or pay for closing costs. Again, it's very flexible in the way you can use it. And if you really want to tour this community, I'll have my number and a way to get in contact with me in the description. If you want to talk a little bit more strategy, then I advise you to please schedule a time on my Calendly link. That way we can have a meaningful conversation. But again, I have my number there if you want to tour this. This is a lovely community. If you want to live in Cedar Park, Texas, the location is what's really going to sell this place, because you're so close to all the conveniences of life, like supermarket, things to do. You're super close to all the major highways. Cedar Park is so close to downtown Austin, where it has a nice buffer, I would say. And I think that's a big draw to people in Cedar Park, because just how close the commute is to downtown Austin, but you're not really in that hustle and bustle of how fast that city life is. So it's a good kind of in between, and you're in a community that they're building new construction, but they only have so many homes available. In these master plan communities that they're building hundreds of homes, you're going to be in that kind of construction zone, that kind of construction traffic for years to come. That's not going to be the case here, because it's 10 acres. You can see how big the homes are. They only have so many homes that they're building in this 10 acres, and they're giving you a lot of space for your front and backyard. So again, my name is Omar Pineda, your Austin realtor with eXp Realty. I appreciate you for watching. Please smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you like doing new construction home tours. That's a big part of my channel. That's one of my specializations is in new construction in the Austin area. I keep a pulse on the incentives, what these builders are offering, and what the floor plans look like, and how they're just kind of evolving over time, especially since we're starting to see a lot of people more work from home. So builders are building that extra office space, or making sure that the walls are insulated, because you need quietness when it comes to a home office, and you want that fast internet speed, and you want that energy efficiency, because if you're home all day, more than likely, especially in Austin, you cannot go through a summer without having the AC on, but you don't want that bill to be super sky high. And a lot of these brand new builds, they're building it with all the energy efficiency in place, so you can have it on all day and have a bill that's affordable, so you can not feel bad to have the AC turned on all day because you know what that bill's going to look like at the end of the month. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.